What if I told you that one of the best predictors of how long and how well you'll live isn't your cholesterol or blood pressure, but something you might be overlooking? The strength in your legs? It sounds surprising, but groundbreaking research is revealing a powerful link. The strength of your leg muscles is one of the most accurate indicators of your longevity and vitality. Some studies suggest it can be a stronger predictor of survival than other common health metrics. Today, we're going to break down this fascinating science in simple terms. Then, I'll show you 3 easy at-home exercises that can literally add years to your life, and more importantly, life to your years. This isn't just about being able to climb stairs or get out of a chair, though that's incredibly important. We're talking about how your leg health is directly tied to the health of your brain, your metabolism, and your body's ability to fight off the diseases of aging. So stick with me, because what you're about to learn could fundamentally change how you approach your health from this day forward. There's a word doctors use that you need to know: sarcopenia. It sounds complicated, but it just means the age-related loss of muscle and strength. Think of it as a quiet thief. It doesn't make a grand entrance. In fact, it often starts its work silently in our 30s and 40s, then picks up speed after 50 or 60. By the time we reach our 80s, significant muscle loss can affect up to half of the population. Now, why does this matter so much? Because muscle isn't just for moving you around. Your muscle tissue is one of the most metabolically active parts of your body. Imagine your muscles, especially the large ones in your legs, as a giant sugar sponge. When you eat a meal and your blood sugar rises, your leg muscles are designed to soak up a huge portion of that glucose, keeping your levels stable. When you lose muscle mass from sarcopenia, it's like your sugar sponge is shrinking. With less muscle to absorb it, that extra sugar stays in your bloodstream, forcing your body to work overtime. This can lead to insulin resistance, a precursor to type 2 diabetes, and a host of other metabolic problems linked to heart disease and chronic illness. In a very real way, strong leg muscles are a defense against these conditions. But the story doesn't stop with blood sugar. The connection between your legs and your longevity goes even deeper, reaching all the way up to your brain. It might sound strange, but one of the best things you can do for your brain is to strengthen your legs. For a long time, we thought brain health was all about puzzles and mental gymnastics. But research now shows an incredibly strong link between physical activity, specifically leg power, and cognitive function. A landmark 10-year study from King's College London, involving over 300 healthy female twins, made a stunning discovery. It found that the twin who had stronger legs at the start of the study maintained their cognitive abilities better and had more brain volume a decade later, compared to their genetically identical sibling. Because the study used twins, it could control for genetics and early life factors, highlighting the direct impact of physical fitness. So how is this possible? When you use your large leg muscles in weight-bearing exercises, you're not just building strength, you're sending powerful signals to your brain. This kind of activity boosts blood flow, delivering vital oxygen and nutrients. It also triggers the release of a protein called brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF. You can think of BDNF as miracle grow for your brain cells. It helps stimulate the growth of new neurons, especially in the hippocampus, your brain's hub for memory and learning. As your legs get weaker, your brain receives less of this crucial stimulation. This decline in communication can contribute to brain shrinkage and a higher risk of cognitive decline. Simply put, strong legs can help keep your mind sharp as you age. Every step, every squat, every time you choose to move, you're sending a message to your brain to stay healthy and resilient. If a doctor had a crystal ball to predict your future health, it might not measure your cholesterol. It might measure your leg strength. Multiple large-scale scientific studies have reached the same conclusion. Lower body strength is one of the most powerful predictors of all-cause mortality, which is your risk of dying from any cause. One comprehensive meta-analysis found that adults with higher levels of knee extension strength had a 14% lower risk of death compared to those with lower strength. This link holds true even when researchers account for other factors like age and existing health conditions. Other studies have shown that older adults with the weakest quadriceps had a significantly higher risk of earlier death. This is what scientists call functional reserve. Think of it like a savings account for your health. Strong legs give you a deep reserve to draw upon when life throws you a curveball, an illness, a surgery, or an injury. People with strong legs recover faster from hospital stays and are far less likely to need long-term institutional care because they have the physical capacity to bounce back. When leg strength declines, that reserve shrinks. A simple illness like the flu can become a major event, leading to bed rest, which causes even more muscle loss. It's a downward spiral that chips away at your independence. Perhaps the single biggest threat related to this loss of strength is the risk of falling. Falls are a leading cause of fatal injuries for older adults. A simple test of balance has been shown to be incredibly predictive. A 2022 study published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine found that middle-aged and older adults who were unable to stand on one leg for 10 seconds had an 84% higher risk of death from any cause in the following decade. The wonderful news is that this isn't a one-way street. Sarcopenia can be fought, muscle can be rebuilt at any age, and balance can be improved. You have the power to refill that health savings account, starting today. Now for the best part, the solution. I'm going to walk you through 3 simple, safe, and incredibly effective exercises. You don't need a gym or fancy equipment, just your body and a sturdy chair. First, a very important reminder: safety is everything. Make sure your chair is sturdy and won't slide. If you have any serious health conditions, balance issues, or recent surgery, please talk to your doctor or a physical therapist before starting. The goal is to build yourself up, not get hurt. Listen to your body. If you feel any sharp pain, stop immediately. Let's get into the 3 exercises that target leg strength, balance, and stability. Exercise 1. The chair stand, your foundation for independence. This is perhaps the single most important exercise for healthy aging. It mimics one of the most fundamental movements we do every day, getting up and down. By strengthening this motion, you are directly investing in your ability to stay independent. How to do it? Sit on the front half of a sturdy chair, feet flat on the floor and hip width apart. Sit up tall. You can cross your arms over your chest or hold them out for balance. To make it easier, rest your hands on the chair's arms for support. Lean forward slightly, shifting your weight into your feet. In one smooth motion, push through your heels and squeeze your glutes to stand all the way up. Now for the most important part. Slowly and with control, bend your knees and push your hips back to sit down. Avoid plopping down. That controlled descent is what builds strength. Breathing. Breathe out as you stand up. Breathe in as you lower yourself. How many? Start with a set of 8 to 10 reps. If that's too much, start with 5. Work your way up to 2 or 3 sets, doing this every other day. Make it easier. If a full stand is too hard, just practice lifting your hips an inch off the chair. Hold for a second, then lower back down. This builds the initial strength you need. Make it harder. Once you can easily do 12 to 15 reps without your hands, hold a light weight, like a can of soup, against your chest. This single exercise strengthens your quads, hamstrings, and glutes, the powerhouse muscles of your lower body. Exercise 2. The supported single leg stance, your fall prevention practice. We don't think about our balance until we start to lose it, but walking is just a series of single leg balances. Improving this skill is a direct way to reduce your fall risk. As we learned, studies show the inability to stand on one leg for 10 seconds is linked to a much higher risk of death. This exercise trains that ability safely. How to do it? Stand behind a sturdy chair or next to a counter, holding on lightly for support. Shift your weight onto your right foot. Slowly lift your left foot off the floor a few inches. Focus your gaze on a fixed spot in front of you to help with balance. Try to hold this for 10 seconds. Your ankle will wobble, that's normal. Those are your stabilizing muscles getting a workout. Slowly lower your foot, then repeat on the other side. Breathing. Breathe slowly and steadily. Don't hold your breath. How many? Aim for a 10-second hold on each leg, repeating 3 times per side. Work up to 30 seconds. A great time to practice this is while brushing your teeth. Make it easier. Start with a 3 or 5-second hold. If lifting your foot is too much, just rest the big toe of your other foot on the ground for a little support. Make it harder. As you get confident, lighten your touch on the support. First fingertips, then one finger. The goal is to do this without holding on at all. This exercise retrains the connection between your brain and the muscles in your feet, ankles, and hips, building a more stable you. Exercise 3. The heel-to-toe walk, sharpening your dynamic balance. Standing still is one thing, but life happens in motion. Dynamic balance is your ability to stay stable while moving. The heel-to-toe walk is a classic way to improve it safely. How to do it? Find a clear path, maybe alongside a wall or countertop you can touch for support. Stand tall, as if a string is pulling the crown of your head to the ceiling. Take a step forward, placing the heel of your right foot directly in front of the toes of your left foot, like you're on a tightrope. Now step with your left foot, placing its heel right in front of your right toes. Keep your gaze forward, not down at your feet. Continue for 10 to 20 steps. Move slowly and deliberately. This is about control, not speed. Breathing. Breathe naturally as you walk. How many? Walk a line of 10 to 20 steps, turn around, and walk back. Do this once or twice a day. Make it easier. If it's too hard, leave a little space between your feet and narrow the gap as you improve. Use the wall for support as much as you need. Make it harder. Once you can walk the line easily without support, try doing it even more slowly. For an extra challenge, try turning your head from side to side as you walk. This simple walk fine-tunes your coordination and reinforces the pathways that keep you steady on the move. These 3 exercises might seem simple, but don't underestimate their power. Consistency is so much more important than intensity. A few minutes dedicated to these movements every day is a profound investment in your future. It's a declaration that you choose strength over frailty, independence over dependence, and a long, vibrant life. Remember the science. Strong legs are linked to a healthier brain, a better metabolism, and a lower risk of mortality. By making these simple movements part of your daily routine, you are literally building a foundation that will support you for many years to come, allowing you to keep doing the things you love with the people you love. Your future self is going to thank you for the work you start today. If you found this video helpful and you're ready to take control of your health journey, please give it a thumbs up and click that subscribe button. It helps the channel reach and help more people just like you. And if you're looking for more ways to get healthy, watch the video on your screen now. Thanks for joining me, and here's to your health.